I was in the market for a new graded card case, and now I have 120 of my favorite graded Pokemon cards organized, protected, and ready to go. For years, I just kept adding new slabs to my shelves, but it was starting to get overwhelming. And recently, I dropped down to this minimalist approach where I just put about 5 or 6 of my top favorites at the time. And that's when I started looking for a case to put all of my other slabs in as they wait for their turn on the shelf. First off, I got to give a special thanks to Panoply for sending me one of these cases to review. What they didn't know was that I was actually in the market anyways, and I was eyeballing their case specifically. So when they said they could send me one and I could give a completely honest review, I jumped right on it. This is currently the highest rated case on Amazon, and I thought I would check it out because I was in the market for a new graded card case. I've never had one before. Like I said, I was throwing them all up on the shelves and it was getting overwhelming, and I wasn't really ever checking them out or looking at them. So I wanted to put them in a better protected place where I could put them out of the way, pull them out as I want, even travel to shows. I'll show you all of the components of this, but it was really nice looking and all the reviews are great up there. I personally went for the 3-row because 120 cards is enough for me. Plus, I like the rectangular shape of that. They do have 1-row, 2-row, and 4-row as well. But if you go up to 4-row, that's going to be a heavy suitcase to lug around if you're taking these to card shows. They have nice TSA locks, which is good for traveling if you were to travel with your cards. Personally, I've never done that, but who knows, one day I might. Also, in the rectangular shape, I thought it looked a lot like the Team Rocket case. So if you wanted a really high-end Team Rocket case that actually is functional and can hold graded cards for you, you could convert this with a little 3D printed R, and I thought it would look awesome, and that was exactly what I wanted to do. So this is going to be my Team Rocket case now with all of my cards in there. This is from Panoply. It's called the Slab Armor. Check it out over on Amazon. I'm going to show off some components of it, and I'll let you check out some of my graded cards. It looked really high quality, and I'm typically the kind of person to buy one and done. I want to buy the best and have it for a long time. Comes with some really cool looking TSA locks on here. These seem really high quality. It gives you 6 numbers across, which is going to be a lot harder to brute force as long as you don't set the same code for both sides. I like that. A lot of times buckles on cases like this can be really cheap, but these seem great, and it's definitely a huge plus. You can tell right away that these are nice and secure onto the case underneath. You're not going to break them, and it's super nice. It also seems to have a really nice handle as well, and filled up with 120 cards, you're probably looking at about 16 pounds worth of weight, so you don't want a cheap handle on there. The bottom of the case has some solid hinges and 4 feet for standing it up tall. There's also 4 rubber feet on the bottom for when you lay it down to open. Cracking this bad boy open, you got eggshell in the back to hold everything insecure. You can fit 120 graded cards. They even fit with these overpriced graded card sleeves. The interior foam seems nice and sturdy. It comes with some extra dividers to divide up your cards or just to hold them in place if you don't have a full row. You can put 40 cards a row, so I don't quite have 120 in here. And I weighed the case. It was about 14 pounds as it is right now for what you see here. This one I just stuck in to try out. This is actually one of my favorite cards. It's up on my shelf normally and in one of these protectors, but I wanted to see just how well it fit in here, and it seems good. These are a little loose, but with a divider or when you shut it down and the foam is on top, they're not going to move anywhere. I got plenty to show off in my collection here. You probably don't want to see it all. These are some that I recently picked up, some that I got graded myself, just tons of stuff, and I can't display it all. I've thought about it, but sometimes I like to keep track of what I paid. Can you believe what this costs right now compared to what I paid? I got lots of alternate arts from old sets. I got new stuff, promo cards, cards that I just love. If you watch my channel, you've seen a lot of these cards, either from my grading videos. All of these I graded here in the front. I got a mini Charizard collection here. Got a few other Charizards. Right now I got all my Japanese over here. I don't have a ton of Japanese, but I got some of my favorites in here. I love all the ones with red and blue in it. I still need green. There's a banger right there. Few others. Not everything in here is like super valued, but just cards that I personally loved. All of these I like. Not a lot of people like these guys. And just some other stuff that I graded. Here's my mini Cynthia collection. Show off a few other things that are in here. Got the Gardevoir. Love that card. Greninja. Paid too much, but I FOMO'd. I thought it was gonna just keep going up and up and up. Reboot, Lana. More alternate arts that I love. If you're in the market for a new slab case, definitely check them out. It's Slab Armor by Panoply. It seems really well constructed. You can check them out over on Amazon. Look at all the reviews. Comes in different shapes and sizes and colors too. Or you can go black like me and print out your own art and go Team Rocket style. That's what I'm talking about. Hope you guys are having a great week. Enjoyed the video. Enjoyed checking out my slabs. Let me know which one was your favorite, and I'll catch you in the next video.